Library legislation refers to laws related to the establishment and functioning of the library. The main objective of library legislation is to ensure organized public library service. Library legislation provides structure, funding, and governance to libraries. Which Indian state was the first to enact a library act, that is Tamil Nadu. The first Indian Library Act was passed in 1948. The first Library Act in India was introduced by S.R. Ranganathan. Tamil Nadu Library Act was formerly known as the Madras Public Library Act. The Delivery of Books and Newspaper Act was passed in 1954. According to Delivery of Books Act, how many copies of each book must be submitted to the National Library? That is 1. Which organization oversees implementation of the Delivery of Books Act? National Library of the Calcutta. A key provision in most Library Act is the formation of the library authorities and council. Library cess is a small tax collected to fund libraries. Which Library Act includes provision for the library cess? Tamil Nadu Library Act. Library legislation at the national level in India is still not yet enacted. The State Library Authority is responsible for the public library network in the state. How many states in India have passed Library Act? 17. Which northern Indian state passed the Library Act in 2006? Uttarakhand. The Maharashtra Public Library Act was passed in 1972. Which Library Act established the post of Director of Libraries? That is Andhra Pradesh. Which of the following state has not passed a Library Act? Haryana. Which international body promotes library legislation? IFLA. Ranganathan advocated for library laws based on how many laws of the library science? That is 5. Which law of library science supports the need for the legislation? Books are for use. Which foundation supports public library development under library legislation in India? Rajaram Mohan Rai Library Foundation. Which article of the Indian Constitution promotes the right to education indirectly to supporting libraries? Article 21A. Library Act are passed by state legislature. Library legislation ensures libraries to get legal and financial support. Which library professional play a major role in drafting library acts for Indian states? S.R. Ranganathan. Public libraries function better in states with formal library act. Which state is known for excellent implementation of its library legislation with high literacy and public library use? Kerala.